Hi everyone and welcome in. Today we're going to be exploring Fields of Mistria, a new cozy game that is in early access. As a longtime lover of Stardew Valley, which this game has been compared to a lot, I had to check it out and I got sucked in right away. This video is going to be a fun mix of me discussing my entire spring of year 1 playthrough, so get cozy and let's dive on in. First off, of course, I had to make my avatar. I picked my cute little dress, a hairstyle with a bow, and then I decided to name my new land Waterfall Farm because I love cloudy, rainy days, anything to do with water, so it seemed fitting. We start off by meeting Baylor, who goes ahead and does some crazy parkour across a broken bridge and lets us know that there's been an earthquake. So finally, some game lore that doesn't involve one of our family members having to pass and us needing to embrace farm life as a result of it. Eland and Adeline, who seem to run the town, introduced me to my new cozy little home they prepared for me, and I love it so much that after a long day of talking to 3 people, I am overwhelmed and I go to bed, which is honestly super relatable. In the morning, I meet my neighbor Celine. She brings me tulip seeds and gets me started, which is super helpful, but all of a sudden we're interrupted by Hayden coming in hot on his horse. He gives me a watering can and some turnip seeds, which is nice, but I really didn't hear a lot of what he had to say because why does he look like that? Anyway, I planted the seeds I was gifted and headed to town. Adeline walked me through some important things about the town, and I accepted my first quest, which was to meet everyone. So, that is exactly what I did. Rias or Reese was a standout for me. The vibes were vibing, and of course he runs the carpenter's shop, and he's just... I had to take a moment. He is a top romance contender for me, for sure. And then there's March, who usually the enemies to lovers is the romance that I prefer, but he is quite rude. He really does not want me here, but maybe he's just afraid he's gonna fall in love with me. I guess we'll find out. I continued to introduce myself, and then I ran into Juniper. Now, Juniper is giving a lot of things. Juniper is giving witchy. She is giving boobas. She has the cutest dog. I think she's a super strong romance contender for sure. And then as I left, I ran into Reese again, so we had to talk, and he won't stop winking at me. Sir. I started picking up everything I could find. I found a dandelion, some blueberries, a tulip, fennel, and a wild leek. It was a long first day of introductions, so time for bed and we move on to day 2. As soon as I woke up, I got an axe and had to chop down a huge tree to find a dragon, which was quite the morning, especially since it's not even 7 a.m. yet, and then the dragon had nothing to say to me. So day 1, I finished my first quest, so I returned to Adeline to hand it in, and I got some potato seeds. I wanted to check out the museum. I checked out the bundles, and I am excited about these. I'm not going to stress about them, but I do want to try to complete as much of the seasonal stuff as I possibly can in year 1. I went to the request board and had 2 postings. Ulrich wants me to talk with him about a pickaxe, and my boyfriend wants some wood and stone, which anything for you. So I went back home, did a little bit of gathering before heading to sleep. In my sleep, Calderis, the dragon, met with me and told me to speak with him. My town level went up to 2, and we move along to day 3. So, if we recall, yesterday Ulrich sent me a letter specifically asking me to come and see him for a pickaxe. Now, here we have March yelling at me for just existing. He's just a super nice guy, right? Ulrich, of course, apologizes on his behalf, and we move along. I did go talk to the dragon, told him, you can just talk to me. You don't have to invade my dreams. He let me know about skill perks and essence. I went to collect my rewards for leveling up the town, which it looks like it's some money and a clothing item. I actually was really excited about this hood, getting to live out my little Red Robin Hood dreams, but it was ugly, so I put it away. Next, Reese is wanting those stone and wood, and so I went and gathered. We move along, then my town ranked up again. This time to level 4, I got more rewards, and then it is Loverboy's birthday already. I cannot forget that. It's my first rainy day, which is nice to not have to water my 9-hole crops. I checked out the skill tree. I was looking at the farming buffs. I decided to learn Prepared Picker. I decided to learn that first because it says it gives you a chance of dropping seeds when you're harvesting, and I really need some more seeds, and I am poor. I was able to get Reese the materials needed to fix the town bridge, so that was exciting, putting him to work on his birthday, but we did go and visit him after and give him a flower. I don't know if he liked it or if he's just too nice to say that he didn't, but a win is a win. It is day 4, and March and I had a really, really productive conversation in town. He told me that if I need help with my garden, to go and ask someone else. So things with him are going really, really great. I picked up my new town rank rewards. This top is cute, but I decided to stick with the dress for now. I went and spoke to Luke about bug catching. He kindly gave me his old net, and then it was time for bed. Town rank went up to 5 as we enter day 5, so it is also our first Friday night at the inn. My turnips were ready to be harvested, and I finally went to check out the general store. Ideally, I wanted at least one of everything, but my bank account said no way. So I went home and planted my new crops, and then after that, I found a mysterious chicken. Not sure what that's all about. I completed my first bundle at the museum, which is so exciting. It was the spring flower set, and you get rewards when you finish bundles, so I ended up getting some more seeds from this. Thank God, because I really need seeds. I handed over to the first Friday night at the inn. I love this in-game feature. Basically, they're all here playing Dungeons and Dragons or just hanging out at the bar, gossiping. And instead of speaking to each NPC individually, they all have dialogue between themselves. So it just feels so lively. And then I went and took a bath, I guess. It was a quest with Juniper. I got 5 free baths in return, which, you know, I'll be using those for the extra energy. I did my night routine of gathering wood and stone around the farm, and I completely lost track of what time it is. I tried to run home, but I passed out outside, so yeah. On the bright side, we ranked up the town to level 8. We're heading into day 6, which is our first Saturday market. So since I passed out, I overslept and I didn't wake up until 10. My health and stamina were also slightly lowered, which I expected. I had a ton of mail. Juniper sent me a crystal ball. Adeline still needs help bettering the town. Island wants to discuss the mines, which is exciting, and then Nora let me know about the Saturday market and that it's going to be back in town today. So I'm too poor to buy anything from the Saturday market, which is honestly really just unfair, but I love this little in-game weekly event. There's a stall for food, for furniture, hairstyles, and clothing. It's such a unique way to incorporate these into the game this way, rather than already having them in town or visiting on different days like they do in other games. I think it's convenient to have one day where you know that you can get these items, and Reese just got more perfect than he already was, telling me that he enjoys vintage clothing. So there's that too. I finally remembered that I'm supposed to be a farmer, so maybe I should actually plant more than 9 crops. And then after I did that, the day flew by. It was time for bed. We ranked up to level 9 as we head into day 7. And today it was not just raining, but it was storming. I spent some more of my essence on farming skills and then went out to explore in the rain, which I actually do in real life. So I caught a petal hopper, found some nettle. I've also found some chickpeas. I went ahead and donated all of those to the museum. After a long day of foraging, I was gathering some wood and stone at home, attempting to the best of my ability to watch the clock, and then I barely stumbled into bed with very little time to spare. But I made it. That's all that matters. And we're gonna head on into day 8. I woke up to potatoes ready to harvest, and I decided I was sick of not having a clear path to the west of my plot, so I did a little bit of cleaning up. My bag space is really struggling, so I went to go see how much a bag upgrade was, and I just had to do it. I also realized I had not been fishing. Apparently we have to purchase a fishing rod, even though literally everything else is given to us, so I wanted to do that, but the bag upgrade, I did that, and so I was too poor to do that today. So instead, I ran around the beach, not really sure what to do, found a spiral shell, and Went to go check out the lighthouse and got mad that it wouldn't let me go inside of it, and so I went to bed. Town rank went up to 10, which apparently is also the transition from wood to stone level, so that's exciting, and we are off to day 9 in Mistria. If there is one thing we are not short of in Mistria, it is mail. Most notably here today, Errol let me know that we can go ahead and open up the mines. I decided to finally start catching bugs, I guess. In one swoop, I found a roly-poly, a snail, a caterpillar, and a grasshopper. Since town rank reached 10, we can now open up the mines. After being told to be careful, I went right on in and started my adventure. I found a lot of new things, gathered a lot of resources. However, I only made it to floor 2 before my stamina was depleted for the day, so I went on home and went to bed. Town ranked up to 11 as we head on into day 10, and it is Ulrich's birthday. My first strawberry is ready to harvest in the morning, and I can't let my ego get too high, so I went to talk to March to bring me down a notch, which worked, but then Ulrich told me that I have a really cool stone, so right back up my ego goes. I completed a request for Loverboy, who told me that I needed crafting lessons, and I was like, yes, actually, I really do. Let's go to your place. And turns out his dad, or maybe his grandpa, I'm not 100% sure, was also there, but they were super helpful, and now I can finally make some items for the farm, some more chests I need very badly. I was a little confused looking at this page why I couldn't make a chest yet, but I figured it out that the 4 means I have to be level 4 to make it, and I am indeed level 1. I don't remember why I ended up going to the inn, but I decided to speak with March again since he was there, and things are going great. He told me to get out of his way. So, back to my farm for my nightly routine of gathering resources, and then I placed down the fencing that I made at my crafting lesson today before heading on down to bed. My town ranked up to level 12, and we are headed into day 11 in Mistria. I went to collect my rank rewards and got a super cute stone bench. Checked out the request board and saw that March needs some copper, which is interesting since he's the blacksmith, but nevertheless, hopefully fulfilling this makes him like me. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll see. This is just some stone bench appreciation. Look how cute it is. I love it. And back to the mines I go. Remember, folks, I am new here. I do not know what I am doing. I am assuming, like Stardew Valley, I need to get to level 5 so I can unlock the elevator. So that's my main goal. However, even though I did bring food, I brought some sticky rice. I make it to level 4 and I'm completely out of stamina and almost dying, so I head back on up. On the bright side, I got a lot of stuff to donate to the museum before I went ahead and went to bed, which leads us into day 12. This is a pivotal part of my gameplay on day 12, and I want you all to remember spring day 12 for me, okay? Because this is the day that I accept Juniper's request for water chestnuts. I'm just gonna leave it at that, but please remember. And it is also a big day because I bought a fishing rod 12 days in, and I can finally fish. Do I fish though? Do I go fishing? Of course not. I aimlessly walk around town, not accomplishing much. I go to the dig site and I'm super confused because it says that I need a shovel, but I don't have a shovel. So I go to Friday night at the inn. I give March his copper ore, and he was so shocked that it was me, of all people, that was able to bring this to him. It triggered a nice little cutscene to get my reward, where he told me to scram because he has work to do, even though, like, weren't you just at the inn? Lady Adeline comes and saves me by saying how helpful I am, which makes March finally say thank you to me. Finally. And then she suggests that March give me lessons on blacksmithing, which you would think is the worst thing that has ever happened to this man, but he agrees. Adeline is a girl's girl, confirm. Love her. March is so exhausting that it's time for bed. Town ranks up to level 13 as we head into day 13, and for some reason that makes this day feel a little extra unlucky. At this point, I desperately need more chests, so I make some more fences to level up in crafting. I also head on over to the general store where I finally get a darn shovel and the springtime tree saplings. One thing I like to do in these games is have at least one of the seasonal trees on my farm, so even though they're a little expensive, I go ahead and grab those. One thing about crafting is when you're at a low level, it takes a good amount of time to make things. It makes them instantly, but it takes the time away from the day, if that makes sense. So that's why it's already so late when I head back to the farm to plant and water my crops. I also take my first step in decorating anything in the game, and I lay down some of the paving that I made. Very demure, very mindful. And I go to bed. Town ranked up to 14 as we head on into day 14. Celine comes to let me know about the Spring Festival. At the time that I am playing, this is the only festival in the game in early access. She tells me to be on the lookout for these flowers, but I'm just going to be getting them as I do everyday tasks, so easy peasy. For example, I cleaned up this small section of my farm and ended up getting 5 of the flowers, so I don't think that that's bad at all. And then here I am also remembering that I still have the water chestnut request. I don't know where water chestnuts are. Since March so graciously gave me lessons, I can now smelt up some copper bars. I wanted to upgrade my pickaxe, but I'm not a high enough level yet and need to go get some more copper. So wrapping up day 14, I learned how to make wild berry scones, and then it was time for bed. And with that, we are 2 weeks down and on to day 15. I watered my crops before heading to a quest objective, Joe's cooking class. Joe taught me how to cook different recipes in game, and we all sat down and enjoyed a little meal together. And now it's time for another day of grinding out the mines and trying to get to level 5. You can see here again, I got to level 4 before running out of stamina and having to leave. So I went and took a bath, feeling really defeated once again. I ended the day using my bath stamina to clean up the farm a little bit before going to bed. We rank up the town to level 15 as we head into day 16, which is March's birthday. Adeline sent me a note that my new project is to help repair the mill in town, so to meet her in her office. Since March already hates me, I couldn't forget that it's his birthday, so I gave him a gem because I can't risk him hating it, and I got a thank you, so he must like it. Back to another day of torturing myself in the mines. I brought more food this time, so feeling prepared to finally, hopefully, get to level 5. We did it. Oh my gosh, so I unlocked the elevator. I was super excited and I left immediately. I went to go and try and find Adeline's office, but I just kept getting lost in this mansion. Like, I literally could not find it, so I went home and went to bed. On to day 17, which is Spring Festival Day, Celine came by to collect the flowers that I gathered for the festival, and then I had a ton of turnips to harvest before heading on down. Whoever gathers the most flowers for the festival wins specific gifts. So here they are announcing that I got second place, just beat out by Celine, which I'm not surprised about. As a reward, I got some pretty flower decor items. March told me, "Not bad, Brooke," and I was like, wow, things are really looking up. But it was quickly followed by "not good either," so he still hates me, confirmed. I went to check out the little shop stalls and was actually devastated that I had not saved enough money to get this flower crown, so I decided screw the festival, let's go see if I can go find Adeline's office. After some trial and error, I did find our girl so that we can start the quest to repair the mill. I want to take a moment to discuss how much stuff they want. I mean, I suppose that it could be worse. And then let's also note here that I still indeed have the request for water chestnuts. I went home to set down my new flower items and then decided to finally try fishing. About time, right? I caught a lot of goodies, including a copper chest that had some coffee in it, and so it was time to hit the mines. I didn't realize how late it was getting while I was in here, and I really thought that I was not going to be able to make it home. I ended up being able to slip into bed right on time, and we move into day 18. It's another rainy day on the farm, so I head to the dig site before spending the day in the mines. I had 2 goals today. One was get more copper, and 2, to make it to level 10. I was able to reach one of those goals, but sadly history repeats itself for me, and I make it to level 9 before my stamina is completely worn out. But before leaving, I realized that the dragon statue in here has the skill tree for the mines, and I had almost 200 essence, so I spent that on a few new skills to help me out in the mines. On my way home, I stopped to use the copper that I had gathered. I was able to make a few new bars and then a copper pickaxe, as well as a copper axe. So hopefully these will help me get through the mines more quickly. We all know that I need all of the help that I can get when it comes to the mines, and these upgrades are for sure gonna help. I got some more seeds before heading home, so I planted those to let the rain water them for me before I headed to bed. Our town ranked up to level 16, and we are heading into day 19. In the morning, I ran into March, and I guess he didn't want to chat. He must not be a morning person, I get it. That's fine. I finished the donations needed to fix the mill, but let's be clear, I still have the water chestnuts quest. The kids are plotting something at the Friday night inn. However, I got involved, I'm not sure, but stay tuned. We did our nightly cleanup around the farm before heading to bed, and then we are going into Saturday the 20th in Mistria. I went to check out the Saturday market as if I could afford anything there, and then I subjected myself to the mines once again, hoping that the upgrades that I made yesterday would help me out, and lo and behold, they did. I was able to make it to floor 10, where there was something there calling me a hero, asking me for help, and I wasn't sure what to do, so I stood there for a minute. It just went away. So I went to the museum where I finished the Upper Mines Forage set, and then on my way home I ran into Loverboy, who, like me, loves a peaceful walk after sunset, and then I went to bed. Our dragon visited me in my sleep again, this time to give me the full restore spell. I won't lie, I had no idea what this was or what he was talking about. We'll see that a little bit later. Turns out that it is super helpful if you pay attention and actually use it. But with that, we head on into day 21, and it is Luke's birthday, so of course I have to go and give him a bug for his birthday, and he loves it. He is just the sweetest. I'm still on the hunt for water chestnuts. I even opened up the quest details to see if it would tell me where they were. Loverboy was super nice to me, and then March is literally still rubbing me. I would say he's rubbing me the wrong way, but listen to this. Why is everyone always talking about Brooke anyway? And he doesn't see that I'm standing right there, right? This is wild. He doesn't see that I'm standing right there. Rena has to be like, March, and he goes, oh, I'm talking about a different Brooke. I'm literally just left speechless at this time, so I go on down to the mines, as one does, with the goal of making it to level 15, fighting everything, getting that copper, but as one does, what level do we think I made it to before my stamina ran out? You're right, 14. And then I have to head on back. I am able to head to the museum and donate the last bug for the Upper Mines insect set though, so that is a plus. I go and take a bath so that I can use some stamina to clean up around the farm before I go to bed. We are heading on into day 22, and I can finally turn in the mill restoration project. I had all of the items, but I didn't have the money until now. Adeline tells me I'm amazing, and then Loverboy fixes up the mill for us. All nice. Look at him. Look at how shiny it is now. I head on down to the beach, and I should be fishing. I don't even know what I was doing. And then I go to bed. I didn't do anything that day. To the 23rd we go, and I finally decide to change my outfit. I got these super cute farmer overalls, and I put them in pink, and I think that they're super cute. And then I decided to wear my little bandana in red to match the little scarf, and I think that this outfit is way cuter than the dress. I am obsessed. So of course the first thing that I had to do was go and show Loverboy my new outfit. All he said was good morning. So I was kind of trying to bug him, but he didn't want to say anything else right now. I left him speechless. That has to be what it is. I went and took a bath before going on and heading back into the mines. Again, my goal today is to try and get to level 15. I need copper as well, but getting to level 15 would really be great, and we finally are able to do it. We do make it to level 15 today, thank goodness. We get lots of goodies along the way, which is just an extra bonus, and now we can fast travel down to level 15 in the mines. Such a win. I do my nightly routine of depleting the rest of my stamina by cleaning up my farm, chopping down trees, and, breaking rocks before heading to bed, and we are moving into day 24. Hayden wanted to talk to me, so I'm having a totally not weird dinner with him and Henrietta, where he is telling me all about raising animals, which I am so excited because Fields of Mistria has some really cute animals, and I am just so excited. But talking about breeding them over dinner with his chicken was a little odd, but I got some tea out of it, and so I'll take it. I stumbled upon this little watering fountain, and it asked if I wanted to drink some, and I said yes. And at this moment in the game, I did not know what that did. I was very confused. I also went to see how much the coops and barns were, even though I knew I was not going to be able to afford them. I just wanted to know, how much do I need to save up to be able to start getting some animals? I went and talked to Loverboy, who told me he wanted to hang out. He said it's because I'm new, but I think it's because of my new outfit. I left him speechless earlier, so he wants to hang out now, and I'm not going to say no. March wants some more copper, and I guess I'll go and give it to him, even though I know he's going to be ungrateful. I go ahead and do some more fishing. I catch a shrimp, which is awesome because I need that for a bundle. I don't know why I dive into these ponds. They're there. No bubbles ever appear in them. They just have these weird little waves. Like, there's no fish or anything in them, and so I was just kind of testing out the vibes. I was just kind of curious if there's some secret to them, but there's not. I finished a few more bundles at the museum, which always feels really good. You get some pretty good rewards for doing them as well. Here, I got some potato seeds. This hat, that's really not very cute, but that's fine. And I go to bed, and we move on into the next day in Mistria. We level up to 18, and I get a pillar or something, which is awesome. And now it is day 25. Today, Adeline has a new project for me called the Beautification Project, which basically is the stairs that go up to a different part of the map that are overgrown and broken and not safe to use. So everyone in the community, including Loverboy and March, they even make an appearance to help. We end up fixing the stairs so I can access that part of the map. I spend the rest of the day fishing on the beach. I did not fish very much this spring. I am just not very good at it. I'm learning to love it, but I didn't love it. And so for my bundles, most of what I need is fish. So that is what a lot of these last few days are going to be, is me fishing. I had to go and give March his copper, but he was sleeping, but I was able to go into his room, which is interesting. I don't know if this is, meant to be this way, if it's going to change after early access, but it is funny that we're not close friends or anything, and I'm able to just be here in his bed with him. But he did tell me that it's my cue to leave, so I went ahead and went on home and went to sleep in my own bed. We leveled up to level 19, and we are moving along to day 26 in Mistria. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of fishing because I did not do any of that. I need a lot of fish for these bundles. I have pretty much everything else for spring completed except for the fish, so I'm just working really hard trying to get fish that I need for the bundles. I do end up going to the carpenter shop and buying a small white barn. I'm super excited. I'm so excited actually that I pass out outside because I don't realize what time it is. And yeah, we move along today, 27. I overslept, so not only do I wake up at 10 a.m., but I am still on the hunt for water chestnuts, if anyone is keeping track. I built my chicken coop and I'm super excited about it. Look at it. Look how cute. And then, like I said, I'm just gonna be fishing. I really wish that this video was gonna end in a more exciting way, but it's really gonna be me fishing. I'm just gonna be catching these catfish out here and not doing much else besides sleeping, apparently. So it's the last day of spring, and as promised, we're fishing. Isn't that so exciting? I really wish that this video would have ended on a more fun note, but I really did just need to fish to wrap up spring. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I have played a full year in Fields of Mistria, and I'm considering making videos on the other seasons. Let me know in the comments below if that is something that you would be interested in watching. I am really enjoying this game. I plan on playing more. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope you have a great day. See you soon.